And so I give thanks for this day that's unfolding, for the message given to us by Reverend Dr. Shari, for the music that is so beautiful from our wonderful, beloved Joe Rathburn, and for all who are here in every way, for Reverend Natasha, for being here very present and helping to lead the service. There's everything here to love and appreciate. And so I call it good, and so very good. And together we say, and so it is. Beautiful. And so my pleasure to introduce and bring back again Joe Rathburn and his awesome music. Please give him a hand.
Thank you. Good morning. Good morning, everybody online. Pretty nice day we got here, huh? What a wonderful day we got here. Kind of day that just makes me smile. Sun is out and the sky is so clear. Mother Nature decked out in style. So go away, bad news. I don't need you. It ain't no day for blues. I'm kicking my heels up. What a wonderful day we got here. It's just the kind of a day I choose. I've got to work today, but it's all right. I'd rather work than have nothing to do. And I'm working at keeping things light. I'm only letting the positive through. So if the boss gets mad, it doesn't matter. You know it ain't so bad. Heck, it's only money. I'm working at keeping things light. About the easiest job I've had. I'm sitting on cloud nine, singing a song. I haven't felt this good in so long. Plenty of sunshine keeping me strong. And I ain't worried about nothing like something going wrong. No, 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 because what a wonderful day we got here. Kind of day that just makes me smile. Turn the music up loud and clear. Spice it up with a reggae style. Go away, bad news. I don't need you. It ain't no day for blues. I'm kicking my heels up. What a wonderful day we got here. Kind of a day I choose. Wonderful morning. I ain't got time for blues. Round about this evening, I'm putting on my dancing shoes. Wonderful morning, going to be a mighty fine afternoon, too. So I think I'll go fishing. Whistle me a happy tune. Whistle me a happy tune. Whistle me a happy tune. Hi, Opie. Thank you.
Joe, or should I say Andy? Oh, that was great. Thank you so much. All right, well, now it's time to welcome our wisdom speaker this morning, Reverend Shari Sorbo, joining us from Minnesota. So, let's see, warmer here than there, probably. Yeah, we can ask her for an update. She's shaking her head. Here she is. Welcome, Reverend Dr. Shari. So good to see you. Oh, we can hear you, though.
I've learned my technology once again.
Oh.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Verizon. Hear me now? Good morning, everyone. Yes, coming from Minnesota. I have a little picture of myself on the screen. I don't know if everybody else does, but there's two of me. Anyway, I want to welcome everyone and say, yes, good morning from Minnesota. And yes, it's warmer in California. Naturally, it's warmer in California. So I wanted to go into the second slide about the spring equinox because we are right on the verge of birthing our spring. And I know in California, the seasons change, but they don't change as drastically as the Midwest and the East Coast. So I wanted to go into a little bit of planting our intentions so that we can really look at what it really means to plant our intentions. And I want to do this basically, I want to use Sylvia's topic of using my life is profoundly meaningful and purposeful as planting our intentions today. I would like to use that as our seed of intention and also do a little bit of something that if you have a piece of paper and a pencil, we'll just take some time to just put out what your intention could be just for this moment, just for this day. And we'll go along and I'll talk more about it as we go. Most of the time in spring equinox, as we know, it's upon us right now. And today I want us to be farmers of consciousness as we move into the planting of our conscious intentions. And here in the Midwest, it's, I know it's March Madness. If anybody is a basketball fan, it's definitely March Madness. But in Minnesota, it's March Madness as well, because 2 weeks ago, I think we got 4 inches of snow. And then 3 days later, it was 75. So that saying, March comes in like a lion, is really true in the Midwest. So I don't know where anybody else is, but it's about 45 degrees and it'll move into 50, which is great dog walking weather for me. So today I want to use the teaching of Jesus in his parable of the sower. So we'll start to break down the elements of receiving good crops and intentions. And I don't know if you can see the slides. I'm not sure. The second slide. Mr. Martin. I really want to thank him for doing this part for me. So though that field reminds me of California. And I know that we're going to have some blooms coming up, and it's beautiful in March. I'm usually there in March, so I really, especially going up and down the 15, you can see the beauty of the blooms of California. And this really is the result of the nature that has laid dormant in the wintertime. And you know, with all your rains and stuff, well, we get a little frozen ground out here. So it really does lay dormant. So those beautiful, I don't know if they're poppies or what they are, but how did they get there? And I want to talk about underneath. I want to talk about the soil. I want to talk about the root, because it really does mirror our process of our consciousness. So today, let's just take some time to take a look at what we want to set as intention. And Joe even did it in his song, Mother Nature's decked out in style. So let's do that with ourselves. Let's deck ourselves out in style and plant some seeds that we know are going to grow. So this time of year, it helps us restore our balance in different areas of alignment. This is the time that we can bloom forth ourselves, you know, so we can embrace some new, fresh starts of new possibilities. And that's what I want to get to today. But first, in my next slide, Parker Palmer says it all. And if you could put the next slide up. I love this because we forget this part. There's a hard truth to be told, because before spring becomes beautiful, it is plug ugly, nothing but mud and muck. But in that muddy mess, the conditions of rebirth are being created. And I have to refer to my backyard because right now it's a muddy mess. It really is a muddy mess. And Parker Palmer really talks about it, because this is where the soil, we get ready for the soil. And what I want us to do is get ready for the soil of our consciousness. So let's take a moment, if you have a piece of paper or a pencil, just to take a breath, breathe in, and let that breath wash over you, and see if there's an intention that just bubbles up. It could be a simple intention. It could be an intention to go for a walk, an intention, just make it whatever comes up. It could be going to the ocean for a refresher. It could be cleaning out the closet, whatever intention comes up right now. That's the intention we'll use today. Just take a moment to recognize that intention. And if something comes up, write it down. If not, we'll use the intention of my life is profoundly meaningful and purposeful. And we'll use that as our seed. So I want to start with the parable of the sower. In Matthew 13, 1 through 23. Jesus said, "Behold, a sower went out to sow. And as he sowed, some seed fell by the wayside, and the birds came and devoured them. Some fell on stony places where they did not have much earth, and they immediately sprang up because they had no depth of earth. But when the sun was up, they were scorched, and because they had no root, they withered away. And some fell among thorns, and the thorns sprang up and choked them. But others fell on good ground and yielded a crop, some 100-fold, some 60, some 30. So take a moment and see what your seeds have been sowing. Are they being thrown out where they can't grab the roots, that can't grab the soils? Are they being thrown by the wayside? Are they being thrown in stony places? Or do we have the opportunity to take them and put them into good soil? So today, let's just prepare the seeds to take root in good soil. And those seeds are the words of God. which is within us. Those are our thoughts. Those are our feelings. That's what our seeds are. So in the soil, we start to plant our seeds. Jesus speaks about the importance of good work and good soil. And the soil that he's talking about is our receptive heart. So just like the soil, and I'm in farm country, so I talked to a farmer about all of this, and he talked about the nutrients of the soil. There's like 6 nutrients that the soil needs. It's not just the earth, it's the magnesium, it's all these other parts of the soil. And then what they do is they amend the soil, they add stuff to it. So as we are receptive hearts, what are the nutrients needed for a receptive heart? And in the next slide, it shows the next slide, Martin. Thanks. We begin the soil in our mind. We start to plant. We have to prepare the soil. So what are our nutrients of our soil? There's meditation, there's prayer, there's gratitude, forgiveness, tithing, and faith. So if you look and see what has happened in your life, no matter what, if there's a challenge, if there's something that has been joyful, whatever has been produced, take a look and see if there's a nutrient that has been missing or that has been supercharged for you. And see what has grown within your life. And also see what might be needed more, maybe gratitude, maybe forgiveness. And in preparations, the farmers always put 10% away. They save those for the next crop. And that's what tithing really is to put away 10%, give to where you have received your spiritual food. And that's what the farmers do. So I wanted to talk about that and how we can amend our soil of our consciousness through either meditation, all the practices that we have. That's how we amend our soil. And so we get it ready for preparation for our spring. So the seeds, and I love this picture of how he's planting the seeds, are the words of God that take root, and they're what bears fruit. And the words have the power and potential to produce beauty. So my question is, what are the seeds or the words that you're planting within your own thought process? So what is the intention? What is your intentions? Recently, and I think over the last couple months, I've been in this book study, and I've been so excited about this book. It's I don't know if everybody can see it or not, but it is Mel Schwartz's book, The Possibility Principle. And it really helped in a new thought too, because what he talks about with thinking, with our thinking, is there's literal thought and there's participatory thought. And literal thought, we have that moving through us all the time. So we talk about not good enough, not good enough. And those thoughts are objective. We make them our objective truth. And we don't have a role in the thought. It just goes by, right? And these are the thoughts that help form our primary beliefs. And they begin to script our life's purpose. So I call them the weeds that we have to move and pluck out of our thinking. But what's made it easier is recognizing the participatory thinking, which is catching the thought. And this helps us participate in our own reality-making process. So using the sentence, I noticed that my thought was telling me that I'm not good enough. I noticed that my thought was telling me that whatever. I noticed that my thought was telling me helps us separate from the thought that's moving through. So we begin to catch it. It helps us take charge of our thinking process. So I've been really practicing this, and it's really made a difference because I'm not as reactionary as I am rather active in my thinking process. So it really helps us determine our reality rather than our thoughts determining our reality or the past determining our reality. So what I've realized is it's not change our thinking, change our lives. But with this work, I notice that my thought is telling me it's transforming our thinking and our lives change. So once again, it's not about change our thinking, change our life. It's about transforming our thinking and our lives change. So we're participating in what our thinking will become through this participatory thinking. It's active, and we become more active rather than reactive. So if you can catch a thought just now and say, I'm having a thought or feeling that is telling me, I'm having a thought or feeling that is telling me, this is how we can cultivate our rebirth and our growing and our growth by really catching these thoughts. In Oprah's book, The Path Made Clear, she said, your life is not static. Every decision, setback, or triumph is an opportunity to identify the seeds of truth that make you the wondrous human being that you are. Think about that. All opportunities are seeds of truth. So let's root our intention today. Let's put it into the soil of our consciousness. And I have a secret here. Whatever your intentions, they're already rooted within you. Our soul, our beloved soul, is the root of our existence. Now, those roots can be trampled on or they can be tugged at, but they can never be removed. So have you ever noticed that when we're talking more about issues, there's an energy that goes into a lower frequency? If we have doubt or worry or fear, we're in this sediment of this dynamic of a lower frequency. And so the roots grow stronger when they're tended and nurtured with the possibilities and intentions. So whenever that doubt, worry, or fear comes up, we can set an intention. And we can use this. I notice that my thought is telling me whatever. And so we can change that and we can feed our roots. And then a noticeable shift can take place. So if you notice the shift when we're talking about possibilities and intentions, once again, we can do that by asking what if questions. This expands our perception and it makes us curious to life. So what if all my needs were met? What if all the challenging things that I've experienced in my life are leading me to activating some great potential in my experience? What if God really is on my side? So when you ask those what if questions, you begin to notice maybe little tiny miracles happening in your life because you've shifted from that lower expectation into curiosity. What if it's not true that I'm worried? What if it's not true that I'm fearful? What if? Bishop T.D. Jakes said, if we can get the clutter out of our mind, if we can get the guilt out of our mind, if we can get the shame out of our mind, then all of a sudden we're going to have ideas which are seeds. And the seed of an idea gets planted firmly in your mind when you believe in yourself and you believe in your potential. So today, let's take a minute and recognize that thought or feeling and see that it's a step toward planting the seeds of intention. And let's recognize maybe there's pesky weeds of shame or guilt or worry that keep popping up as a thought telling me. It's a thought or a feeling telling me. They're not able to take root because we recognize them right away. So today I'd like to do a little meditation practice of planting our intentions. And I'm going to ask Martin to put the slide up so that if you want, you can take a picture of it and use it this week, just to practice, just to root our intentions. And then I'm going to ask you to close your eyes and take a breath. And just go into this small meditation practice. And if you can, if you're willing, set this as an intention just for today to do this meditation, or maybe for the week. Just set it as a small intention. And then whatever other intention that you've put in on your paper, just hold it for a minute and close your eyes and envision the intention you would like to plant in your life. Breathe it in. Breath is spirit always. It's the substance of itself, this breath. And envision whatever you want to see grow in your life this season of spring. And as you exhale, feel your energy releasing down into the soil. It can be the soil of the earth and the soil of your consciousness. Feel the energy releasing into the soil. Picture your intention being planted into the earth, into that subconsciousness that's rich with nutrients. Those nutrients that have been planted there for all the practices that have been done this winter, this season. Breathe in and allow that seed to germinate. Imagine the roots, just like the roots of that tree. It is the soil of your consciousness. And breathe out in gratitude, knowing that whatever that intention was, it's already beginning to take root. So take a breath and come back into the room or on the screen. And just as a review, we are planting our intentions in the soil of our consciousness. We have the nutrients that we have established through our life of meditation and prayer work and tithing. We have amendments in the soil of our consciousness that help our intentions grow. And if we have any weeds that are popping up, we can say, I'm having a thought that's telling me. I'm having a feeling that's telling me. And then we also can do our what if there's a possibility of growth that I don't see yet? What if my faith goes deeper? What if God really is on my side? What if all my needs are met? And then we have a meditative practice that we can use as we spring forth in this eternal equinox of life that we have. And lucky we are to see things sprouting and allowing that to be a mirror of our consciousness. So in closing, I'd like to read a poem by Shalon Hartkin, which is slide 6. And it's called, I Don't Know What to Call It. I don't know what to call it, so I call it God. that exquisite flowering of every piece of me I had once relegated to the shadows. The seed didn't know what to call it either. This song, this relationship, this thing that led to the exquisite unfoldment of its own nameless self. If you come up with a better name, let me know. Until then, I'll call it God, that one who moves me to dip the cup of consciousness into the waters of existence and whispers from every ordinary precious moment, drink deep. And so water your intentions this week and enjoy the sun of wherever you are. Thank you so much.
Oh, beautiful, Reverend Shari. Thank you so much for that wonderful message. Let's give her an appreciation again.